Coach Light there with their brand new one, Anti-Gravity. Did some new Ghost Bones before that, Short Leash. What's up, everybody? The name of the show is Tomorrow's Dream. I am your host for the first half, Baker. We, just like always, got way too much music, not enough minutes. So I'm going to have to be slicing a couple songs short today. We're going to squeeze in everything we can, though. I've only got 3 shows to tell you about. But that's because one of them is a huge fest, 3-day thing going on out in the woods just a couple hours north of us this weekend. Get to tell you more about that in a minute, but stick around because Chad's got several more shows to tell you about in the second hour as well. We're here all the way till 2 p.m. every Monday, noon to 2, Tomorrow's Dream. Go over to kabf.org, save your link there, whatever you can listen to it, stream it live, anywhere you're at. All right, let's keep this rolling. We got a couple shows to tell you about other than that big fest going on this weekend. One of which is happening tonight at the bigger of the couple venues down in the River Market, the one that's closing later this year. So you want to go now? You want to catch all the shows you can there now? Chad's got one to tell you about happening there on Thursday as well. Go. Check it out. Tonight you can catch Melvin's alongside Red Cross. We're going to do a new one from Melvin's now called King of Rome. There's another show happening Wednesday at, I think, the really big, newer venue here in Little Rock. We're going to go ahead and play the next 3 bands after the Melvins will be the ones you can catch there Wednesday. It's Circle Jerks, Adolescence, and Negative Approach. I'm going to rip all 4 of those, and then we'll get into the fest stuff. Here's Melvins with King of Rome, KBF Tomorrow's Dream, Voice of the People. said and done. Before that, Adolescence with Word Attack. Before that, we did Circle Jerks with Don't Care. Catch all three of them Wednesday night, I believe it was, at that big newish venue over on like 8th and, I don't know, block off Chester or so. A couple blocks, you know the one. Tonight, go over and catch Melvin's and Red Cross at the bigger venue down in the River Market, the one that's closing at the end of the year. Go get your last shows in. All right, now I got approximately 35 minutes to squeeze in about 16 of exactly 16 of the, I believe, 30 bands that are playing this weekend out at the Heathen House. This is up in Cord, Arkansas. This is like just under 2 hours from downtown Little Rock here, going up towards like Jonesboro direction. You can check it, look it up on Facebook. You can catch, you can search Field of the Dead. That's the name of this festival. If you forget that, look up Heathen House, look up Arkansas Death Fest. Any of those will surely link you towards this Field of the Dead Fest happening this weekend. So I've got so many of the bands playing. Let's jump right in. Matter of fact, I picked all the shortest songs I could, a lot of like 2 minutes and change ones. And I think all the songs that are longer than that, I'm going to have to chop down to about that 2 minutes or so. So we'll give you most of these next couple ones from I the Killer. Up next, we'll do Unprovoked Curb Stomp. One from Limbbreaker after that called Nagas. And then some Nefarious Grimes, some good old black metal. One from them called Necromantic. Stick around, crank it up. Tomorrow's Dream here with I the Killer, Unprovoked Curb Stomp. Romantic from Nefarious Grime. You can check out them, the two bands you heard before that, Limbbreaker and I the Killer, along with these next 13 bands and another 14 or 15 or so, a ton of freaking bands. This weekend, Field of the Dead, up in Chord, come check it out. This next song reminded me of that old 6 Feet Under track, I think on the Bringer of Blood album. Y'all remember that one? White Widow, the Haze. Dude's just talking about a whole bunch of weed strains. It's really fun. This is from a band called Disinfect. It's called Wake and Bake. KBF Tomorrow's Dream. Voice of the People.
No more clowning around. I'm not the vindicator, or the victimizer, or the vaporizer, or the vibrator. Violator!
Dead Beliefs there from Madman Morgan. Come out, catch them Friday night of the big fest happening this weekend up in Cord, Field of the Dead, kicking off Thursday night with those first few bands you heard, and rolling all the way through Friday and Saturday. Y'all know I pretty much never turn down the opportunity to play one of my own bands, but I play Pantheon all the time. You guys know us, you've heard us, right? So I'm going to try to squeeze in about 10 or 12, looks like more bands, in the next 19 minutes. So we're going to skip Pantheon for this week, but you know us, you love us. We got a few new singles up over on all the listening spaces. Go check them out. I'm going to keep it rolling with, I think Pantheon will be playing last Friday night at this point, so come out. We'll be right after Madman Morgan, who you just heard. Come check that out. Now I'm going to play most of the bands playing on Saturday, starting with, Spinal Fetish will be up next. Self-titled song from them. Really looking forward to them. Band called Torn Apart after that with Bloodsport, but first here's one called Riley Rising from Towering Abomination. KBF, Tomorrow's Dream, Voice of the People. 2 minutes out of the 5 minute Skulldozer track, Erosion. Sorry for the harsh chop before that. I was getting ready to change the song. I didn't mean to do it so harshly. Alright, we're going to squeeze as much as we can out of these next 6 bands. I'll be chopping them a little bit. Here we go. Forgotten Graves, Chemicost, MRSA, Human Paint, Morgue Meat, and Lividity. Come out this weekend. Check them all out up in Cord, Arkansas. Field of the Dead. Check it out. Go look it up on Facebook. You can get your tickets there. Come camp out with us. Hang out. Have a good time. Here's Forgotten Graves with Reincarnated into Vile.
Get up! since 1984. Community radio for Arkansas and beyond. 88.3 KABF, Little Rock.
This is Wade Reske with the Chief Organizers Report, Giving Peace a Chance. The situation in Gaza has been horrifying. Provoked by Hamas' attack and killing of Israelis at a concert 2 years ago, Israel has launched a devastating attack on Palestinians throughout Gaza and even encouraged actively and passively settler violence in the West Bank. More than 65,000 Palestinians have been killed and millions were dislocated in a way many experts and observers call genocide and see as war crimes committed by Israel. One headline described the reaction among both Palestinians and Israelis as elation in greeting the ceasefire and the coming release of the remaining prisoners. No matter the rationalizations on all sides about the justification and necessity of war, the people love peace, hopefully making it impossible for the ceasefire to not be permanent. Fewer governments, including the one currently in the United States, seem to be advocates for peace, despite the news from Gaza. Trump, while covetous for a Nobel Peace Prize, seems oblivious of the paradoxes of renaming the Defense Department as the War Department, unilaterally invoking war powers domestically with attacks on democratic cities, and downing boats allegedly containing drug smugglers in the Caribbean without arresting them and bringing them to trial. Sorry, Charlie, these are not the actions of a peacemaker. It was hard not to talk about all this on Wade's World, but that Menu, a historian and diplomat based in Cambridge, England, who has recently written a book on the life and work of his grandfather, U Thant, who was Secretary General of the United Nations for a decade in the 60s, 70s. The book coincides with the 80th anniversary of the UN, which recently convened in New York City and included a rambling, not necessarily peaceful, speech from Trump. My conversation with Thant coincided with an announcement that the UN, largely because of reduced contributions from the United States, was preparing to recall 10,000 troops that are assigned as peacekeeping forces in various countries facing conflict around the world. We kept scratching our heads over the prospects for the UN and its future. The U.S. reportedly is dispatching 200 troops to Gaza to help on the ceasefire, but you don't read about the UN being part of the peacekeeping plan in Gaza. As Thant pointed out, historically the UN was founded in the wake of World War II by the victorious war powers as a council to stop war. Whether it is mission drift or the old and new Cold War between great powers and a Security Council, the UN does many, many things that are invaluable, but securing and winning the peace seems past its power now. To hear Thant Mengyu talk about his grandfather's role in the Cuban Missile Crisis, that has now been revealed through deeper review of his papers and opening of UN archives, along with the Congo and so many other flashpoints of that era, is a reminder of how much things have changed. The notion of a UN chief having good relations with the top leaders of both the U.S. and Russia seems mythical rather than real. The failures to achieve peace and the horrors of war have consequences that endure and shadow the future past the tabulation of the death counts on all sides. The Times reported that in new polls for the first time, American Jews, long Israel's strongest domestic backers, have turned sharply critical of Prime Minister Netanyahu and his right-wing government over the Gaza conflict. A majority believe Israel has committed war crimes, killing tens of thousands of civilians and restricting food aid, and 4 in 10 believe it's guilty of genocide, a new Washington Post survey found. Israel has seen empathy and support for Palestinians around the world as not pro-peace and justice, but oppositional. Netanyahu and his far-right war council may have lost a generation and have critically isolated the country in the wake of this catastrophic conflict. Could a robust United Nations have made a difference? Possibly not. But if not the UN, then what can force peace to be the dominant global policy? It's no longer the United States, if it ever was. Something has to fill this vacuum, or the future will be soaked in blood. This is Wade Reske. For questions or comments, www.chieforganizer.org. You take it from here to there.
It's great to catch up, Jamie. How's business?
Good. Are you up to speed with the new beneficial ownership reporting requirements?
Sort of. What's it about?
It's a new initiative to help fight crimes like money laundering, fraud, and drug trafficking. A lot of small businesses like ours just have to report some basic info to the federal government about the real people behind them.
Does that include my cafe?
There are some exemptions for certain companies, but don't worry. There's lots of guidance on the government's website about who needs to file. Check out fincen.gov/BOI. Filing is easy and free. It took me less than 20 minutes.
Looks like I do have to file. Thanks, Jamie. It's great having a supportive business community.
Reporting beneficial ownership information helps protect U.S. national security. Filing is quick, secure, and free. And it's the law. Learn more at fincen.gov/BOI.
All right. It is the second hour of the Tomorrow's Dream radio show. This is Chad here. So I just played you a band called Tripwire with their version of Sexy Back. It's pretty cool. And before that, you got a song called Everything by Death Metal Disco. And both of these bands are going to be playing on Saturday. And it's called Jammin' for St. Jude. And it's here in Little Rock at a room where people get revved up. Just dropping hints there. Of course, you can look at the information on our Instagram, Tomorrow's Dream Instagram. We got a Facebook too you can look at. And it says here that the proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And there's actually a lot of bands playing this thing. I got 2 of them on my playlist, but when I'm looking at Spotify, sometimes I'm not sure I got the right artists, and so I just kind of played the ones I was sure about. But you got Cliff and Susan, Jet 420, Blackwater Bayou, No One, and Fellproof also playing that show. So there's a lot of bands happening Saturday at this Jammin' for St. Jude thing. And then next up, I'm going to play Even More Seen because they have an EP release show Friday night here in Little Rock at our favorite microbrew Calzone location. There's going to be like 5 bands at that show. You got Even More Seen, you got In Search of Statues, A Kiss Before Dying, Rover, which I don't have on the list, so couldn't find them, but I got Render. I got them on the list, so I got 4 out of 5, and that's what I got coming up next. This is a song called Locksmith by Even More Seen, and you heard it right here on 88.3, the voice of the people.
I'm
Did you know that your health insurance is going to get more expensive? Many Arkansas households will lose their coverage because the president and his allies in Congress want to take away funding that helped thousands of households in Arkansas buy health insurance. They would rather give billionaires big tax breaks instead of helping working families get the care they need. The end result, insurance premiums get more expensive for everyone. Now the president and his allies refuse to negotiate with those representatives and senators who want to continue to help families stay healthy. Instead, they would rather shut down the government and fire thousands of federal employees. Call your U.S. representative and senator today. Tell them to help Arkansas families get the health care they need instead of shutting down the government and firing federal employees. For more information and the phone number for your U.S. representatives and senators, call Arkansas Community Organizations today at 501-376-7151, extension 1.
Vendors, this is your moment. Be a part of the 11th annual Dunbar Oktoberfest. Boots on the ground, lift every legacy. Happening Saturday, October 25th at 14th and Daisy Base in the historic Dunbar neighborhood. We're calling food trucks, boutiques, crafters, artists, and community brands to join the excitement. Spaces are going fast and the crowds are big, and it's free to the public. To reserve your vendor spot today, call 501-612-9698. That's 501-612-9698. Don't miss your chance to be a part of this historic community celebration.
Get up by your seat, let your body move.
Programming on KABF 88.3 FM is supported by the Eclectic House Emporium, an antique and variety shop located at 621 Ohio Street in Pine Bluff. The shop is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. More information is available by phone at 870-329-8511. Eclectic House Emporium, an antique and variety shop, a proud supporter of KABF 88.3 FM. Support for KABF comes from Outback Presents, announcing acclaimed singer-songwriter Jason Isabel live at the Robinson Center on March 26th. Tickets and more information at Ticketmaster.com.
Support for KABF 88.3 FM comes from Habibi's Durable Medical Equipment, a locally owned medical supply store located at 4317 East Broadway Street in North Little Rock, Arkansas, 72117. Since 2001, Habibi's has supported KABF and provided essential medical equipment and supplies to the community, including incontinence supplies like pull-ups, diapers for children and adults, formula, gloves, and safety aids like walkers and canes. KABF thanks Habibi's for supporting community radio. Habibi's serves residents across central Arkansas. Business hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 9 to 1 on Fridays. Additional details are available at gohhm.com or 501-663-1553.
I get my flu shot because I have asthma, and anyone with an underlying medical condition like me has a much higher risk of getting really sick from the flu.
I get my flu shot to protect myself and my mom and dad. Because when you're older, getting the flu can be dangerous, even deadly.
I get my flu shot because it's easy, and I don't want to miss out on all the holiday fun with my friends.
Flu vaccination is recommended for everyone 6 months and older. Schedule yours today and learn more at lung.org.
The Pinnacle Stamp Club of Central Arkansas will hold its yearly stamp show at the Jacksonville Community Center, 5 Municipal Drive, Jacksonville, Arkansas, on Saturday, October 25th from 9 to 6 p.m. and Sunday, October 26th from 9 to 4 p.m. Stamp dealers from Arkansas, Louisiana, and Illinois will be present. Admission and parking are free. Complimentary evaluations of items brought in will be available. This is the only exclusive stamp show in Arkansas. If you have an interest in stamps or stamp collecting, this is an event you don't want to miss. For further information, call 501-416-5496.
Support for KABF 88.3 FM comes from listeners and community partners. If you're a business owner or planning an event and would like information on how it can be announced on KABF, contact our office at 501-372-6119. That's 501-372-6119. 888-472-1919.
All right, we are getting closer to the back half of the hour here. Let's see, before those commercials, you heard Heavy Hitter, and then we did our commercials that we do at the half hour and came back, and what you just heard was Half Me. It's actually Lost in Hollywood also with them, like a collaboration on that one. And those two bands are going to be playing with Dem's Fighting the Words and Pig Sticker. And that's going to be Thursday night here in Little Rock at the Room where people get revved up. Okay? And I got one more show to talk about on my hour. And that is happening Saturday night, someplace on Gaines Street. You probably know what I'm talking about. And you're going to have Pagan Athletes, Done for the Weekend, and Sex Image. I got all three of those bands coming up next. And then to finish out the hour, I threw in some Lala Gadget, Buckshot Princess, RIP TV, Mammoth Caravan, you know, and yeah, we're just having a good time here. We're going to play a song called The Blockade by Pagan Athletes. And you heard it right here on 88.3, the voice of the people.
To play calling. Those games we played, now we're seeking material. Another day of the blockade.
You're listening to the Voice of the People, KABF 88.3 FM, Little Rock.